because of the weakness on our side, you got people like Mandami, the socialist anti-American that just won
New York City mayor.
And why the fuck are un-Americans, people who are anti-Americans, even allowed to run in this country? Like, if you are a candidate and you're screened, and we know that the things you stand for are anti-American, meaning that you go against every pillar that this country was founded upon.
Yeah.
How do we allow that to even happen?
Yeah.
They should be arrested on sight. So it's good to be back. Great to be back. So much has happened since we had our last sit down. Doing this, it's just been one distraction turned into another, and before you know it, 10 months, 8 months, 9 months, 10 months. Yeah. I forget how many months have passed. But there, I wasn't even sure, actually, thinking about it, if I even wanted to even do it again. And I'll explain to you that. I'll explain to you the reason why I felt that way in a second. But during this time away, I've had a lot of time to think about things. And, I was thinking about hearing all these people telling me that I was too hardcore, and too uncompromising, too unforgiving. And I thought about something a politician said back in the late 80s, I think, or early 90s. I can't remember when it was. But he said that, we should, when we fight and battle the enemy, we should be kinder conservatives and gentler patriots.
Talking about George Bush Sr.
Yeah. So
how'd that work out?
So I've had some time to really reflect on that and have some self-reflection. And I thought to myself, fuck that. No, we don't have time for that. We don't have any time for that. This is war, and there's no time better than now to go harder than ever.
Exactly.
And going back to what I said, I did think about how I wasn't sure I wanted to do it again. Why? Because to me, it was feeling like nobody cared. Like nobody fucking cared. Nobody cared enough. And why was I wasting my time putting the effort in and the money in and bringing the guys together to do this, what we're doing here? And then I thought about a movie. There was a movie, I've talked about it before, Bronx Tale. Great movie. People haven't seen it. People talk about The Godfather and Goodfellas, Casino, great movies.
They're all great movies.
Bronx Tale is the one a lot of people have missed, and it's really good. There's some great lessons in there, and it's just a great movie. But I love how it's filmed. Like it's supposed to be take place in the early '60s, I think, late '50s, early '60s. Just a great time in New York, and just the way it's filmed. But there's a line where the mob boss says over and over again, he teaches this young kid, nobody cares. Nobody cares, nobody cares. And he would say to him, only worry about the people you love, you and your family and your friends. The people you love, everybody else, forget about them. Like, nobody cares.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Worry about yourself, your family, the people that are important.
And I thought about that. I thought, do I want to do this again? But then I thought, you know what? I fucking care.
Yeah.
I care. You care.
I care.
And we care enough to be here again. And for me, I'm tired of raging without a sounding board. I'm tired of when I get pissed. I'm tired of hearing and seeing things that upset me. And this gives me like a platform to vent.
Yeah.
And there's never been a better friend and brother than you to share what's on my mind. You always give me intelligent, honest feedback. I mean, you're the greatest sounding board that there ever was.
Wow.
So that's why we call you the consigliere, and that's exactly who you are.
Yeah.
So I'm glad we're back, and we get to start this all over again.
Watch Godfather 1. It explains it in that movie.
There you go. Yeah. So anyway, so I'm glad we're back, and I'm glad that that we've had this time. You know, I've had my son. I have a young son, and I spent a lot of time with him. And now that he's a little bit older, and things are going extremely well. He's 18 months old now, a beautiful boy, and he's the love of my life. And anyway, and my wife, of course, too.
Yeah.
And you know, having that family to go home to every night is so important. So even tonight, being away from them, and him getting upset that I left the house, but being back at the bar again just feels so natural.
Yeah.
And to smell the food and to, you know, we're gonna try some food tonight.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, we're gonna try a couple drinks like we used to do in the past, and it just feels like home too.
It does.
Here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So obviously, one of the big things that has happened since we've been gone is our lawsuit.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what people need to understand, that, you know, we needed a little bit of a break because we did 21 episodes.
I didn't even know that. It's a lot.
We needed a little bit of break, and things happen, and some new battles have come up.
Yeah. So and it's funny because we took the break when the guy who produces the show with me, Thomas, he left for the inauguration, I think it was, and and then we're like, okay, we'll see you next week, and then we just you know.
Well, things happen. Life gets in the way a little bit.
Yeah, it got in the way.
But.
So, but yeah, we've told the story before about what happened, you know, with OSHA. So we had. I'll go through it again for people who haven't seen this, but haven't seen the show before. But we were the original constitutional battleground. We pledged this business as a battleground in the fight against the enemy during the lockdowns, starting on day one. And we waged war. Nobody waged war like we did. We were uncompromising, like I said before, unforgiving. We didn't give an inch, and we went on the attack. Attack. And we went to war with the city, the county, the state, the feds, Hollywood, the media, our landlord who tried throwing us out over and over again during the lockdowns, fellow so-called Americans who would threaten us by the hundreds every day to burn the restaurant down, to kill me, and so that went on and on and on. During that time, going back to OSHA, Gavin Pelosi, the tiny tyrant, the wannabe tough guy, he enacted this strategy where he was going to enlist these almost like communist Soviet style strike teams. He called them strike teams. Think about that in America. Yeah. And it was OSHA, it was the ABC, it was Orange County Board of Health, and they were going to go out, and anybody they found that they would find not enforcing the man. Remember, not only we were not enforcing it, we were doing the opposite. We were banning all the shit that they were trying to mandate. So
we were mocking them the whole way along.
Exactly, and mocking them and taunting them. So, so one of the agencies that he enlisted was OSHA, Cal OSHA, who operates under Fed OSHA. And in fact, the guy who ran Cal OSHA at the time did such a good job in the eyes of the left, that when Biden got elected, Biden pulled him in to run Fed OSHA. Yeah. So this was a guy that we were going to war with at the time, and they were directed by Newsom. So that was a department that he oversaw. Anyway, they followed his direction always. So they came here and warned us several times that we better go along with their plan. They wanted to come in and inspect and enforce all this crap. And we said, no, you're never going to walk in here, right? You remember I always said, like... I
remember the guy showed up.
Well...
And where did you take him? Out to the, out to the parking lot. So they
they kept coming. We never let them inside. We always said we would never allow the footprints of the enemy inside here during that time. It remained vintage America here all along. So when they showed up, we said, "You're not coming in." They showed up again. "You're not coming in." Then they warned us, and they said, "If you don't let us in this time, we're going to come back with a warrant, a search warrant, and we're going to get in, a search warrant / inspection warrant signed by a judge at the Orange County Superior Court." So I was like, do whatever you got to do, man. So they left, and one day I'm at home in the morning, and we just opened up, I guess, and one of the guys here calls me up. They said, "Well, they're back, and they're here with the cops, the Huntington Beach Police Department." So for people to say that Huntington Beach is the bastion of conservatism, it is now, I guess, but at that time, the city council, as you know, was dominated by leftists. They were like hard left, right?
I think it was like 6-1 or something early on there, and then slowly they kind of flipped that around.
And the chief of police, he was a leftist too. He was liberal as can be, and anyway, so they send the police down. I mean, you got to remember, Huntington Beach was locking down beaches of 4th of July. So they were arresting people. They were shutting businesses down. They came here the police came here all the time, several times trying to shut us down. But so the Huntington Beach Police Department provide the enemy an escort to come here. So I'm at the house, and I said, so they're now they're at the restaurant now? Yeah. They said, I said to them, not to let them inside. And they said, of course not. Yeah, they're not coming in. They're outside on the patio. And I said, okay. And usually I would have him thrown off the patio too, but I figured, they're right where I want them. So I show up, I take my time, I eat breakfast, I have some coffee, I take my time. And then I show up a few hours later, I think it was. And I walk by these guys, and then I see them, and I walk in, and I ask the guys, are those the guys? And then as soon as I walk by, the Huntington Beach Police Department drove away.
Okay.
So I come in, and I'm hungry again. So I said, I'm going to make him wait longer. So I had lunch, sitting right here at this exact spot. Had lunch, finished lunch, and then went outside. And then I basically schooled the guy about a half an hour, and we got it on video. If you go to our website, the Constitutional Battleground, you'll see it there. That link, Constitutional Battleground link, is also on the RomanRules.com site. You can see it there, but the video is there. And
I know that you being here right now, you know it's wrong. You know that you standing here should be a warrant to go in there and look for what a mass crime. I think it's embarrassing.
And by the time I was done, and we got him on video admitting that they targeted us.
Yeah.
So what the warrant
Do you also know that there was a witness inside that he heard you say to him directly, you said to him that you agreed that we were being targeted. That's what you said. That's what he said. You said
to him.
He asked
if I said it targeted, and
you said yes.
Personally, I think you could be.
We're being targeted. But you said yes. You're probably being targeted. That's what you said.
I said I did.
Are we targeted by you?
No, I think.
By OSHA? Why are you targeting us? Are you trying to make an example of us?
I'm not targeting you.
Well,
if I was on Facebook and I said, hey, by the way, I'm breaking this regulation and regulation on Instagram, hashtag I'm breaking this regulation, you're probably going to be targeted. That's common sense, right?
Targeted is a strong word, and you used it.
Okay.
He didn't use it. He asked you. You said yes. You're being targeted.
Don't you think we're being targeted?
And you said yes.
I said I could see that. Yeah.
So,
yes. Yeah, I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah. So
I wasn't here that day, but I know that he kind of admitted that he was directed to come to this particular restaurant.
Yeah, he was targeting us because he said we were so bold about it, and good. So anyway, so he leaves, and we figured that's the end of it, right? 3 years later, we find out that our bank accounts have been seized.
Yes.
Our assets were seized. So they basically, under Gavin Pelosi's orders, he sucker punched us.
Yeah.
He acts like a tough guy. No, he wants to hit you when you're not even looking, right? So they tried to silence this place. Many people call it the Fortress for Freedom. They want to see it shut down. They don't want it to exist anymore because it inspires people to fight.
Yeah.
And we, anyway, so we managed to stay open.
Well, people need to understand. You set a standard for fighting, and it's a no compromise, take no prisoners standard.
Yeah.
And if everybody else, even if a handful of other businesses did this,
Yeah.
we wouldn't be sitting here having these issues.
Exactly. And so anyway, so after that, people had heard about it. They would keep asking me, Tony, what are you gonna do next? They always wanted to see how I was gonna fight next. I said, you know what? I'll pay attention to that later. I'm not ready for that fight yet. I'm doing other things. The time will come. The right time will come. But at the same time, even attorneys and people, and I always say, you don't need attorneys to fight. Even during the lockdowns, people would say, "Who's your attorney?" I don't have attorneys. Yeah. I don't need a fucking attorney. You just fight. You don't wait for somebody to run interference for you to fight. Yeah, you might need them at some point if there's a legal action that you need to take, or there's there's something you don't quite understand and you need their help, or you need their counsel. I understand that, but you just fight, right? So and I don't even like fighting this way, filing a lawsuit. But sometimes things are out of your hands. No matter what you do, you kind of have to go this route. But so what happened was, attorneys that we would talk to were all chicken shit. They all said, "No, we don't want that fight. Nah, you'll never win. No, whatever." And they could be right. I don't know. And that's the thing about fighting with attorneys, and waiting for a court to make a ruling is you're leaving it in their hands, which I hate. So, anyway, so time had passed. Well, as soon as I started seeing Gavin Pelosi do his interviews and launch his podcast, acting like a tough guy, and distancing himself from the lockdown, saying things like, "Oh, lockdown, what the things I did, hindsight's 2020. We would have done things differently. I got it now. We have a special committee doing research on it, how we could have done things differently, right? Blah 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 blah." When I saw him doing that, and then I knew that he was going to run for office, he's going to run for president of the United States, I thought, now's the time, because I want to fucking. I didn't file this lawsuit for myself. I don't stand to gain really almost anything. I filed a lawsuit just like the reason I fought the lockdowns for my country. Yeah. And I'm doing this for the country. I'm doing this because it's in our best interest for everybody that's on our side.
That's right.
I want to bloody him up. I want to dirty him up. I want to drag him back into a fight he doesn't want, to remind everybody who this guy is. Right. I want to remind everybody what a tiny tyrant he is and the wreckage he caused during the lockdowns.
If he could do this to you and one Russian, he could do it to anybody.
Exactly.
And God help us if he ever became president, he would turn the rest of the country into California. Does anybody want that?
No, nobody wants that.
We don't want that.
So anyway, so we found a courageous law firm up in Northern California, actually. They had worked with some of the fire departments up there during the vaccine mandate stuff. And it's led by a woman. Again, women are showing strength everywhere. It's funny. I always said that. I shouldn't be surprised that so many of these women are strong, because I remember even during the lockdowns, the women that would come in here and express their belief in us and how they would go into battle for us and defend us out in public, and the things that they were doing more than men. But so it's a female-led law firm. We filed a constitutional federal lawsuit September 9th. Yeah. And it's a constitutional lawsuit, and the amendments that are cited are them violating the First Amendment.
Yeah. So that's freedom of speech.
Yeah. The Eighth Amendment, which is excessive fines and cruel and unusual punishment.
Yes.
And the 14th Amendment, which is equal protection. Yeah. So it got filed in the central, in the federal court, Central District, Western Division. Yeah. And we just found out that the other side, that Newsom is being represented by California Department of Justice attorneys. Now think about that. He's got an unlimited budget to fight this.
Yes.
He's got who knows how many attorneys on it. And they have said that they're going to try to get the case dismissed. They're going to file a motion to dismiss the case. The hearing is in January. So the attorneys are explaining to me that the first hurdle is winning that that stage of the lawsuit. And like other experts have told me, is once you get past that in federal court, if you win, then it's like open road after that. It's just full steam ahead. So it comes down to one judge. The judge gets it in his hands and he decides.
So that judge basically decides if there's a case here that can move forward.
Yes.
And that's what we, that's what your attorneys that are working on this case,
exactly.
Like we're all praying.
That's right.
That we have a judge that's at least a little bit fair.
Exactly right. And they're going to argue every technicality that exists to try to find a way to weasel out of it.
Yeah.
But
so these are things like you didn't make this hurdle, the statute of limitations ran out on that, blah blah whatever.
You got notice of this.
Whatever they come up with.
And that's the thing when you think about it. Even now, after all this time and all the mistakes that they made to destroy this country, the state especially. Even now, they are still not willing to admit they're wrong. They will fight. The other side will fight us forever until we drive a stake through their hearts, like vampires.
Exactly.
Because that's who they are. And the way to do that is through defiance. Defiance is the stake that you drive through their hearts. You defy. Not enough people are willing to fucking do that.
I don't know. This is real war. The other side has been fighting this war, and the conservative side, I would say, the side for liberty and freedom has not been taking it as seriously as they should be. And this is war, and you got to fight this to win. So
exactly. So, and because of the weakness on our side, you got people like Mandami, the socialist anti-American that just won
the New York City mayor.
And why the fuck are un-Americans, people who are anti-Americans, even allowed to run in this country? Like, if you are a candidate and you're screened and we know that the things you stand for are anti-American, meaning that you go against every pillar that this country was founded upon, how do we allow that to even happen? They should be arrested on sight. And Trump should watch this guy. If he's not willing to do that, at least watch him. And if he has one misstep and breaks one federal law, arrest him in public. But because our side is so weak, instead, he has now inspired other people just like him to run. There's an Asian woman now running. She's saying that Mayor Bass in LA is not leftist enough. That's how left this person is.
And there's that woman in Seattle too, I think, that just won.
Yeah. I
thing.
I didn't even think about her. Instead our side is like rooting for shutdowns to end. Since when did our side root for government shutdowns to end?
Well, you know what I always say about the government and shutting down. They shut down every weekend, and it seems to work just fine.
Yeah, everything works fine. Nothing stops. So the fact that our side supposedly is rooting for the shutdowns to end doesn't make any sense. Shut it all down. Shut it all. I would love to shut it all down. Yeah. So anyway,
the founders never intended our federal government to be what it is today. And if we can get it back to something close to what they envisioned, we'd all be a lot better off.
Yeah. Well, this guy right now. So our federal lawsuit against Gavin Pelosi right now he's governor. But soon, and not too long from now, our lawsuit is going to be against candidate for presidency of the United States. And he's the front runner right now on the left by far. And we want people to get behind us and support us.
Yes.
Like I said, we're not doing this for ourselves. We're doing it for our side,
for everybody,
for our side, and we have to stop this guy in his tracks before it's too late.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to make tonight really about that, I wanted to enjoy some food with you and
I'm
maybe
ready.
Maybe have a drink. And wokeism has not ended.
No.
It's not over. That's another that's another entity that we have to drive the stake through. And talking about food, and to show you how woke we all this country still is. They had an article came out, and it named the 10 tastiest and best cuisines in America. No, in the world.
Yeah.
Top 10. Where do you think Italian food should have ranked?
Well, it should be number one.
Number one. All right.
Yeah, no question
So on
about
this,
it.
so on this,
it has been there before in the past. It was number one.
okay. So on this list, and I have it here. I'll start with number 10. Number 10, Italian.
No.
Bottom of the list.
Can't.
Oh, fucked up is that?
Can't be. It can't be. What
Anyway.
are people eating?
Yeah, number 10. Number 9. Okay, all these other ones are rated above it. Number 9, Indonesian.
Oh, I don't even know what Indonesian food is.
What the fuck is that? Number 8, Lebanese. I'm sure it's good. It's Middle Eastern food. It's fine, but it's not fucking Italian.
No.
Okay. Number 7, Thai food. Thai food's okay too, but it's the same old stuff. It's pad
Yeah.
Thai, pad
Once
Thai,
in a
pad
while,
Thai.
Thai-
It's all they know how to fucking cook.
Thais weren't good once in a while.
Yeah.
But I could eat Italian food every day.
Number 6 is Mexican. Okay, Mexican food is great too,
well.
especially when you're at the beach.
Yeah.
But again, it's the same thing: rice, beans, and tortillas. And I'm trying to think what else.
Yeah, how many
Rice,
tacos
beans.
can you handle?
Yeah, so it's same stuff over and over again. Where Italian food is such a variety
Yeah.
of you got all the regions in Italy. It's so different. Number 5, rated above Mexican food, Ethiopian. Do they even eat food? I mean, okay.
I've seen some pictures of them. They don't look like they eat much.
That's that's number 5. Oh, and there's a funny comedian back in the day, Sam Kinison in the 80s.
Oh yeah,
Remember
I
him?
love that guy.
He did this
so
thing
funny.
about Ethiopia and countries there, and all the commercials they used to do about the starving kids. I'm not making fun of anybody. I'm just
No, I know.
but it's funny, and we have to laugh fucking sometime, right?
If you want to stop world hunger, stop sending them food. Don't send these people another bite, folks. You want to send them something, you want to help, send them U-Hauls. Send them U-Hauls, some luggage, send them a guy out there that goes, hey, we've been driving out here every day with your food for like the last, 30, 40 years. And we were driving out here a day across the desert, and it occurred to us there wouldn't be world hunger if you people would live where the food is! You live in a fucking desert! Nothing grows out here! Nothing's gonna grow out here! You see this? Huh? See this? This is sand. Yeah. It's sand. You know it's gonna be 100 years from now, huh? It's gonna be sand! You live in a fucking desert! Get your kids, get your shit, we'll make one trip! We'll take you to where the food is! We have deserts in America, we just don't live in them, asshole!
So that's number 5. Number 4, Peruvian. Peruvian food's good
Yeah.
too. It's good, but it's still, again, it's rice and beans. And
Chicken, I guess,
chicken.
is the big thing.
Yeah, it's good.
Maybe some steaks though.
Number 3, Taiwanese.
Uh,
Do you know what that is?
no,
No. I remember once I was invited.
that's Chinese food basically, isn't it? I mean, it's
Yeah, I remember once I was invited to a guy's house whose family, I guess his father was a diplomat in Taiwan, and that's when I lived on the East Coast. And when he had Taiwanese guests, Taiwanese officials at the house, they had a dinner and they invited me over. I was
Yeah.
a young guy, I was maybe 16 years old. I went over to the house and he said, "Do me a favor, when you eat, burp." I said, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
burp.
And he said, "It's a compliment. When you eat their food and
No.
you burp," I swear it, people were burping at the table. Strangest
my
damn thing.
God.
So that's what I think about when I think about Taiwanese food. Number 2, Haitian food. What the hell are they eating?
They're eating meals ready to eat.
Good
That's all
God.
they have down there.
Haitian food. They're doing voodoo down there.
Yeah.
in Haiti.
Well,
Haiti.
they're still trying to recover from the big hurricane they had like 2 or
Yeah.
3 years ago. So they, if it wasn't for the U.S. military bringing in meals, they wouldn't be eating.
Yeah, that's about. So number 1. You're not gonna believe
can't-
number 1.
I
Don't
can't
even
wait
look
to
at the
hear it.
list. Take a guess. Number 1
I mean,
voted best cuisine in the world. Just get. Think about being woke. What do you think it would be?
oh, it's vegetarian food?
No.
Or
I'm just trying to-
country
it
roads?
has to be country.
I don't know. I can't even think.
Thomas, what do you think?
Number 1.
You'll never guess.
It can't be good.
No, I don't know.
Come on, guess. Just guess.
You said woke?
Well, it's woke because only a woke rag like this would list this cuisine as number one.
Somalian food?
That's very close. You?
I don't even know.
Palestinian food.
There's no such. That's not even a country.
You know what?
Oh,
Yeah, exactly.
it's not
But
even. Yeah. Oh, that is.
we
so
know
woke.
we know
Yeah, that's
why
woke.
we know why they listed them at number one.
Well, who put that list together?
You know? I forget the name. I'll find out. I'll let you know next time. Maybe I'll put it up.
Can't be.
On the podcast.
Palestine's not a real place. Oops, I gotta be careful. Palestine's not a real place. They'll be coming after me.
Not a real place. Not a real place. Yeah. Anyway,
No, that's terrible.
so let's eat some food.
Let's do it.
All right.
I'm ready.
All right, let's go.
What's Mitch gonna make for us?
I don't know if
I think I want to try a glass of wine.
Man, I feel like a drink. Hey, Mitch.
What are you guys drinking tonight?
So for those who don't know Mitch holds down the fort. He runs the restaurant day to day. So he's the boss when I'm not around. Thinking about having. I want to eat something too, and I think he does as well. But I'm thinking maybe try George Washington.
George Washington.
And then maybe we were talking earlier, maybe Chianti Classico for him.
Yeah, we have a good one from Toscana, Italy. Primitivo forward. Sound good?
Beautiful.
Perfect.
Awesome. Get that going for you guys.
All right.
Start with some bitters here for you. Got the Laird's Applejack here.
You know, George Washington at one time had one of the largest whiskey distilleries in the country in the late 1700s. And they actually preserved it. And his specialty was actually rye whiskey. It's looking good.
Yeah, this cherry liqueur here is really good. Leopold Bros. All right. And we said Chianti Classico on the wine? Yep.
Our first day back, resuming the podcast. You got to start with something that's affiliated with George Washington.
All right, we're going no ice on this one here.
The original Godfather.
So yeah, Luxardo cherry in here for you.
Beautiful.
There we go. Get that glass of wine.
You got one of the bar naps too, right?
All right, George Washington.
Beautiful, thank you.
And we got the Chianti Classico for you, Doug.
I think we're going to get some food too.
Yeah, what are you guys thinking?
Doug said earlier he wanted to try the chicken marsala.
Chicken marsala?
I'm going to
Okay.
have something that's not on the menu. Some linguine with sauteed calamari with red sauce.
Okay, sounds good. We can do that for you.
Yep.
Get that going.
And whenever I order that, I order it because it reminds me of what my grandmother used to make. She used to make that for me. She'd actually call me and say, I got calamari waiting for you at the house. And I would get in my car and speed over. So eating that is a nice reminder of her. So cheers, man.
All right.
It's good to be
cheers.
back again. And
It's been too long.
it's been too long. And, you know,
I think people missed us there for a while.
I
but,
don't know.
you know, we needed to take a little break.
Yeah, we needed a break. Yeah, we did. And it just feels nice and comfortable to be back here again and you know, sitting here at the bar again where we belonged all along.
Yeah.
But, you know, speaking of that rat, Gavin Pelosi, Gavin Newsom Pelosi, he's been trying to, like, he's manufacturing this new masculinity. And it's embarrassing to watch because it's so uncomfortable to watch because it's so not him, right?
It's not genuine.
It's not genuine at all.
Yeah.
And he's a wannabe tough guy. He's a wannabe Italian. And, you know, he married into the Pelosi family, I guess. And I don't even know if she's really Italian. And if she is, they need to pull her Italian card. But I think about how he talked about how he wanted to punch. I think he said, I want to punch those son of a bitches in the face. And you know he was talking about our side. He was talking about conservatives and patriots.
Yeah.
And I think about, man, I would love for him to just to fucking take a swing. I would love him to walk in here and take a swing. I would hit him so fucking hard, every member of his cabinet would fucking feel it.
Should we invite him down here to the restaurant to have a little,
Well,
talk about it?
Well, it's funny you say that because I think about how people have given him platforms, and what happened with Charlie Kirk. That this has happened during our long break, but it's so devastating. It's so terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, I had my differences with him. I didn't feel like he was hardcore enough, and as you know, the story is that he had an event right next door at a church, and
I remember I went over there.
well, we had our big American flag, 18-foot
Yeah.
American flag hanging off the side of the building. It was in the peak of the lockdowns. We were in the news everywhere, and there was a line wrapped around the building to see him in the church, and people were asking me like, "Hey, he needs to come in. He needs to come to see you guys at BASILICO'S and pay his respects to you guys, what you guys are doing." And I remember you said, "You know what? I'm going to go over there. I'm going to go talk to him and have them stop over." And you talked to his handlers, and his handlers went and checked with him and his team, and they told you what?
Well, I think I got to like the second in charge, or maybe first or second in charge behind him, and initially they were kind of like open to it. I thought I was kind of encouraged, but then when it came down to it, didn't have time. They're on their. I guess his wife might have been there. This is before they had the kids, but and they were just on their way to somewhere else.
They said
we're
too busy, right? They were too busy, basically.
I go, you're talking like it takes 5 minutes to walk from there to
it's
here.
like 100 steps. Yeah,
So
so
it's
he
like-
didn't come. But anyway, put all that
What
aside.
can you do?
Seeing that happen is devastating. But talking about platforms, like why did he and why are others on our side going on Gavin Pelosi's that Tiny Tyrant show?
I know.
Why? What people don't understand is when you do that, you're giving him credibility, you're giving him exposure, and you're giving people watching him the opportunity to then think to themselves, he's kind of a cool guy. Look, he's welcoming this conservative Charlie Kirk guy on his show, and maybe he is a decent guy. I mean, he seems to be all right. He's kind of cool. He's hanging out with him, talking about his kids, and kind of admitting to some things, and maybe he's not so bad after all.
Yeah.
Our side should fucking never, ever give the other side a platform. I don't give a fuck. Never.
Yeah.
Like when I talk about leftists and liberals, I don't want to know any. I don't want them as friends. They're my enemy.
There's a standard that you're setting, and this is what people need to really learn and know. There's a standard to this fight, and I respect Charlie Kirk obviously, but for him to go on that show as the first guest,
The first guest even helped him kick it off.
That's
and then,
not the standard.
Yeah, and how many of those fucking people that were watching that show, how many leftists that were watching that show cheered the fact that he got killed? Silently they fucking did. And when I think about it, our side kept trying to catch people saying, "Gotcha, look, you're celebrating. You don't want to shame the other side into not celebrating stuff like that because you want them to show us who they are.
Yeah, they need to reveal themselves.
There's a saying in war, like you want the other side to take shots at you so you know where the enemies are.
Exactly.
So let them speak, let them talk, so we know exactly who the enemy is. But when he died, basically on the battlefield. I mean, he was in enemy territory, took a bullet for his beliefs, for the conservative position and patriotism and for speaking out about God and his belief, Christianity and all those things.
Yeah.
He took a bullet. I had posted about it afterwards, and I had said, there are leftists buried at Arlington Cemetery. He may not have fought in a war, in like a shooting war, but this guy fought in a war, a civil war, and he fought in it, and he died for it. He died for his country, and I believe they need to go into that cemetery, dig up people like what the fuck is her name, Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Yeah.
Throw her out,
put him
in there.
Yeah.
And I think there's a valid reason to do something like that.
Yeah, I'm with you 1,000%. I got to make a comment though about it.
When you think about it, Charlie Kirk was like a lieutenant riding on a horse in the Revolutionary times.
Yeah.
Like riding on a horse on the battlefield along with George Washington, and they fucking took him out.
Yeah, he reminds me of that Warren. I can't remember his first name. He was a general. He got shot at Bunker Hill, but they thought he was going to be, the next leader right behind Washington.
Yeah, and how many of those people on the left, how many of our enemies, especially in Hollywood, celebrated it behind closed doors?
Beyond.
There's beyond, exactly.
Yeah.
And even still now, it's almost like he's forgotten about it already. People don't even talk about him anymore. That's how fast our side just moves on. I want fucking revenge, and when I say that, and when I talk about this now this has already been a civil war for a long time, but wars have started for a lot less. Like there have been, you always hear about the first shot heard around the world. Those were just a shot, or someone taking down a flag, or taking out a citizen. We're talking about a guy that was prominent.
Yeah.
And they took him out, and our side has done nothing. Nothing.
Yeah.
Fire a missile. Even if it's just symbolic, like something big has to happen, and then our side needs to be ready to fight this war. And I'm seeing people when I talk about it, they want to plug their ears. They don't want to hear about it. They're afraid to talk about it.
Yeah.
So
people on our side, you mean, right?
But he didn't have to die.
No. That's what I just keep thinking about it. I think his people let him down.
His people meaning?
Like the security and those guys that are, his chief lieutenants there. They should have never let him go onto that battlefield that day without securing the perimeter. And you're in that business.
Yeah.
And I read an article the other day about the head of security is kind of saying, hey, we were hamstrung by the law of this, couldn't use drones because we didn't have the right permit, we couldn't do this, couldn't do that, didn't have permission to have snipers around. I go, no, that's not how it works. You do what you have to do to save the guy.
Yeah.
So
I remember
whatever it takes.
I remember when it first happened, I said the first thing is, why isn't he knew about death threats. Now I applaud his courage, the fact that he was willing to be in the open and say screw that, but it's up to people who care about him to protect him, and they should have had him.
Seven place where he goes.
Thanks, Mitch.
Awesome.
They should have had those events indoors where they could wand everybody that walked in, screen them for metal detectors, people who sat up close, maybe even do like background searches on them. They should have had drones flying everywhere, and like you had told me, and you just mentioned now that that somebody had said that they couldn't do the drones because they were banned or whatever, or they wouldn't.
They didn't have the right. I read they didn't have the right permits, the right FCC.
Think
whatever,
about
whatever. Not
think
FCC,
about
but
the
FAA.
shit. Think about the shit that we've done here. Pushing up against all kinds of mandates, supposed mandates, so-called mandates, and rules, right? Unjust rules, like. And we don't have the resources that he had.
No.
We didn't have the financial backing that he has and he had. If I had all that, I mean, none of that would have stopped me. You know that. We would have had 100 drones in the air. But there's no excuse. You're a prominent guy. You have leverage on these people. You have financial resources to fight if it comes to that in court or whatever. You just do it. You say no.
Whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes. So the whole thing is a shame because, like you said, it should never happen.
That's right.
Yeah.
He's worth more to the conservative cause alive than dead.
Yeah, and all he is now is a pelt on the enemy's wall.
Exactly.
That's what he is.
I agree with that completely.
So I wanted to talk about our first official supporter of the show, like a sponsor.
Yes.
And I'm not surprised that it's this person, because this person is a fighter through and through, and she walks the walk. I mean, she's somebody that you can go into battle on the battlefield with anytime, and she'll support you 100%. You talk a lot about how, and a friend of ours who's also a patriot, Dick Ron, he has said, like, if you can't fight, support the fighters. She's a
Exactly.
fighter and she supports
And she
fighters.
supports.
So her name is Sonia Green. She's a dear friend of ours. Thanks. Some
Awesome.
bread.
Got a couple salads for you, Jimmy, as well.
Beautiful. Thank you, Mitch.
Enjoy.
Do you want to get a shot of this bread?
No salt with the calamari, right?
Yeah, no salt. Yeah. She's like a sister. Nice and crunchy on the outside,
Awesome.
soft on the inside, warm, right? Slap some butter on there. Do you have any butter?
Yeah.
You do? Yeah, I don't see it.
Right here.
Okay. Throw some olive oil on there.
Yeah.
Come on, you do
Pass
it
me
the
the
right
olive oil.
way.
Pass me the olive oil.
Okay, now I'm gonna show you another little trick. Add a little bit of salt and pepper to it too. Just watch how good that's gonna taste. Yeah, we Italians need to teach people how to eat.
So you guys know how to eat, that's for sure. Me too.
You too, yeah. Okay, try that.
Look at that.
Try that. Take a bite of that. Damn.
Mm,
How's that?
that's perfect. Mm.
So Sonia Green, she's been an ally and she's been a supporter and she's been a diehard and we can always count on her. So
She's amazing. So she's got that company over there in Huntington Beach called Workland Staffing.
Yep.
And I didn't know this, but she's placed over 30,000 people into jobs, all kinds of positions, and
counting, personnel,
yes, customer relations
production.
management people.
Yeah.
Whatever it takes. And she does everything. I didn't realize this when I was talking to her, but she takes care of all that stupid paperwork you have to do to meet all the the government requirements. She has good people. It's an amazing company.
She has a big office too.
She has a
We've
nice,
been to her
beautiful
office,
office.
really big office
Yeah.
with some good people working for her.
She's like such a wonderful person.
Wonderful
Can't say
person.
enough
Everyone
good
loves
about
her. She's got a great voice.
Yes.
And when we just she's such a patriot and has been probably the most steadfast patriot that we know that has fought alongside us, that when we took down the last American flag on our Basilico's flagpole, the 40-foot flagpole, we took it down with the honor guard and we folded it and she was there and we gifted it to her. Beautiful. Thank you, Sonia.
Fight, fight, fight.
And we had wind today, which is amazing, right?
Yeah. And that was a battle flag. That thing flew for a year and a half.
Yep,
Never
battle
came
flag.
down. Well, we lowered it halfway for the Charlie Kirk stuff.
Well, she deserved it.
But yeah, she earned that, and it was a very moving ceremony to take that down, fold it properly.
Yeah.
Remember, we had some people that knew what they were doing.
Yeah. And there's a test that I always give people to see how conservative, how patriotic, and how much of a fighter they really are. When there's an opportunity here aligned with us or associated with us, and I say, if you want, you could throw your name on this, or we can mention you. And the minute they say that's my test, but they don't know it, and they'll say, no, that's okay, we don't want. And I'm like, okay, now. For a woman, I'll give them a break. I'd be like, I understand. You're trying to protect yourself and your family. If you're a man, forget about it. No, you don't get a break. We don't cut you any slack. But I wasn't even giving her a test. I just mentioned it to her because I already know who she is. But I said to her, I know you have a lot of customers, and if you're a sponsor of the show, then she's like, I don't give a damn. she said all those evil, liberals and leftists, they're the enemy. They can go where. So so I'm proud of her, and
she's an amazing
we're
woman.
honored to have her as a friend.
Yeah,
and part of the family.
If anybody out there listening, if you need staffing,
call her.
She's one, and it's just not here in California. She does it all over the place.
Yeah, and we'll put her contact information and website address so you can see it.
Yeah, the website's easy. It's www.worklandstaffing.com.
Nice job.
I don't know their number.
Yeah, we'll put the contact information up.
Yeah, if you put that up on there.
But thank you, Sonia. Thank you again.
Yes. God bless you, Sonia. You're amazing.
Yep.
All right, I've got the sauteed calamari and the red sauce for you.
Man, that's so good. Look at that.
Oh, thank you, sir.
You got it.
Get a shot of that.
You guys doing good on the drinks?
We're good, man.
Yeah, the wine's awesome.
So this calamari is in what we call our seafood sauce, which is a very unique and complex sauce. You've had it.
Yeah, so good.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, you cooked the calamari perfectly.
Oh my God. Yeah. Damn, that was good, huh?
Oh man, that was awesome.
Did you enjoy that?
Yeah. The bread in particular, I always like to finish off a little bread at the end.
First thing people ask for is our bread. You can always test an Italian restaurant when you walk in. Start with the bread. They give you crappy bread. They don't care.
Yeah. Well, it's the bread and the meatballs. The bread and the meatballs are right. You're in the right spot.
Our sauce is so good you can drink it.
Oh,
people say it to me all the time. You look at other sauces, especially if you go to these other Italian restaurants or even the store. You look at the jars that they sell, and then you look at ours. Ours is like beautiful. There's so many colors in there. All the herbs that we use,
the flavors
garlic
too.
And flavors, and
especially when he's cooking, you can smell.
My mom was just a master genius. But I wanted to. I think about her all the time, as you know.
I do too. Yes, sir.
But I wanted to, before we leave, so we were invited by a wonderful family to something very special. Was it about a week ago? Over a week ago?
Like 2 weeks ago, I think.
2 weeks ago? Went by fast.
Yeah.
And these are also people that contribute to fights.
Yeah.
They back the fighters. But she invited me and also said that that we could both go. She invited us both to attend the Prager Gala in LA, the West Coast Gala, and we had no idea, what it really was about. I said, yeah, sure. I have a lot of respect for her. She's been here several times, and they're true patriots. And so I said yes. And it was funny because after that, there were two other events we got invited to the same day. One of them was an event down in San Diego where they were going to have the candidates on our side that are running for governor, and they wanted me there to be involved somehow, and I couldn't go. So anyway, we went, and it was stunning, right?
It was amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Really was.
I mean, it looked like you and I looked at each other and said, "What the hell? Like, how do we end up here?" It was at the Regent Beverly Wilshire in Beverly Hills, which is the hotel that was featured in the movie Pretty Woman.
Yeah.
And we walked in there. We looked at each other and said, "It feels like almost like an award ceremony, or like you see on TV, or it kind of felt like we're at a New Year's Eve party, like just the way it was decorated, and the food, and the way people were dressed, and it was beautiful, first class all the way. Yeah, it was about. I think they said John Voight was there. One of the speakers was that guy Douglas. What was his name? Douglas something. Douglas Murray.
Yeah, Douglas Murray's English.
Yeah,
he's very good. I've seen him several times interviewed and on different things. He's very good.
And who was that other guy, the radio guy that got up there?
Brandon Tatum.
He used to be on. He was pretty good.
He had an evening show on AM 870 for a while.
Yeah,
it was pretty good.
What was really amazing is the CEO of Prager. You got up there, and she explained that they spent $72 million a year to run it.
Yeah.
And that they needed to raise $1 million that night in 2 hours.
Yeah.
And they raised it within like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
That they had heavy hitters there.
Oh, it was amazing.
It was such a beautiful night. But
There was a nice tribute. I don't know if people know who Dennis Prager is. You know, he's pretty famous radio personality and very conservative guy. And he had a terrible accident a year and a half ago.
I think in his house.
And he's just
I think
he's kind of fell, I guess, and he's kind of paralyzed from the neck down.
Yeah.
So they had a really nice tribute for him. He's trying to make a comeback. He's you know, there was an issue where he really couldn't speak for a while. Now he's starting to speak a little bit more.
Yeah.
So it was just a really nice event.
Yeah, and
then the PragerU is like they put together these 5-minute videos, and it's focused on younger people, and they're trying to re-educate the indoctrinated youth of America. So it's really amazing what they're doing.
Yeah, and he not only that, but during the lockdowns, he invited me into his studio.
Yeah, I remember.
I was in there for 20 minutes talking to him, and during the show, he said, "I'm going to come down to your place, and we're going to have an event down there. I want to eat at your place." He brought his team, and sure enough, he ended up coming down a few months after that, and we did a huge event where we spoke on the patio there in front of the parking lot. Parking lot, standing room
maybe
only.
150 or 200 people in the
Standing
parking
around.
lot.
Yeah. So
plus, the restaurant was completely full.
Yeah.
It was really that was an amazing event.
As Basilico'S represents, which is why I hope this place thrives, you should take over the whole block. Basilico'S should become an empire. That's how I look at it. It is. Tony, for what? For governor. No. Emperor. If you have an empire, you are an emperor. That's how it works.
For that to happen to him, and then see the video or listen to the video speech he gave during the event. He actually said, even though he's in a situation he's in, he's had only in the last year. It's been 1 year. He's only had 2 bad days.
Yeah.
Because he's staying positive every day.
Yeah.
And he preached that a lot. So we hope we hope for a miracle for him.
Yeah.
But so I enjoyed tonight. I enjoyed hanging out with you as always. We do it a lot anyways, but we're going to try to start doing this more often. People can find us at romanrules.com. Our podcast is there. You can see it there, and then you can also see it on on Spotify and Apple, right? Spotify and Apple, and YouTube. On the website. On the website, you can also link to the restaurant's website, which is BASILICO'S VINO.com. And then you can also see a link to the Constitutional Battleground, which tells our story of our fight during the lockdowns and the things that we did here. Like before, I always used to like to end it with a cigar. We have these Italian cigars, and a lot of people haven't seen Italian cigar before, and we'll show it up close. But this Italian cigar right here is the original cigar, almost like the national cigar of Italy. It's called Toscano, and they've been around since the 1800s. And this cigar is so earthy and raw and rustic that it doesn't even need a humidor. And they actually fire cure these in oak barrels. And the coolest part of it is you can see when we show it to you in the close-up, it's fat in the middle and skinny on the ends.
Tapered on both ends.
Yeah. It looks very handmade because it is.
Yeah.
And it's not perfect, right? That's how you know. That's how when something's too perfect, you know it's machine made. It's not. It's handmade. So the reason why it's fat in the middle is because you cut it. You can, if you want to, you can smoke them in half. So you cut them in the middle. These are the identical, exact brand and make and model and everything. The same cigars that Clint Eastwood smoked in the spaghetti westerns he was in. Good, Bad, the Ugly, and all the rest of them. The exact same cigars. Yeah. And they're amazing. Yeah. They're not real expensive, and they're so good and so Italian. So we love them.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So when you get a chance, we actually have a small humidor here now, which we're also going to show. We have some great cigars in there, including these. And
Yeah, and then we're kind of encouraging people if they want to come, you know, in the evening, kind of after dinner, and join us on the patio for a cigar.
Yeah.
Maybe a little
on
cocktail.
Friday, Saturday nights, we do on Friday, Saturday nights when it starts to get late.
Yeah.
Because we blow a lot of smoke from outside inside, but we sit on the patio. We have pairings with some really beautiful liqueurs and bourbons, and smoke cigars, and have great conversation outside.
Yeah.
Friday, Saturday nights. I'm usually here on Friday nights. Sometimes on Saturday nights, I maybe pop in once or twice during the week. I'm not here a whole lot, but yeah, we enjoy that. So.
Yeah. So come join us.
Yeah.
If you're in the neighborhood, stop in for a fabulous meal, good wines and
nice cigar,
drinks, and a nice cigar.
Yeah.
That's Italian.
So thanks for being here tonight.
I wouldn't miss it.
And
I'm glad we're back to it. Feels so good.
To all the people out there watching, never forget, you're an American. Fight like it.
That's right.
All right, Doug. See you.
All right.